at St. Bartholomew's Church, in the big church, on Saturday, August 5th, starting at
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. Tell us about this service. This is a service that's happened in other places, right? And it's
I have
24th annual? Is that true?
After I came to New York in 1985, which was the actually, Buddhist count 50th anniversary. 50th memorial is 1 year before. So, meaning 1994 I came.
Okay.
Yes, 1994 I came. So at that time was a 50th anniversary, and then the temple that I served, there's a statue was survived in the atomic bomb in Hiroshima. And so that's why, and then I became a priest.
A statue?
Right. I have to explain a little bit. But
okay.
So I served the New York Buddhist Church or Buddhist Temple from 1994 to 2010.
Where is that located?
As a priest, which is Upper West Side.
Upper West Side.
105 on Riverside Drive. So I was a priest there for a long time, actually 16 years. And so I started doing the peace ceremony. And then I actually, in between, I went to the New York Theological Seminary for the doctoral ministry program. And so that's why I left the temple in 2010. And then after that, I'm more like freelancing. But anyway, but the one thing I tried to continue was this particular event, because I learned many things actually from the survivors, from the hibakusha, the so-called hibakusha. And then they share the story of the tragedies and so forth. But then the interesting things for me is, of course, they may have some anger to the United States, with a bomb drop, but not many. It's more like a tragedy that they experience is so huge. So feel like this shouldn't happen to anybody else. Anybody. Not this is just not the Japan or the United States, but this is a humanity thing. And so it's not like we're talking about. They're not talking about who is right and wrong, but it's more like this weapon itself, nuclear weapon itself, is really devastating. So nobody should use it, and nobody shouldn't be hurt by this too. And so that's basically the intention of here, and then we bring awareness. Because sometimes what we learn in the United States is only from the outside politically, what happened to the war, but then mushroom crowds and so forth. Yeah. But then there is a people there under the mushroom crowd, so which is something that we try to bring it at the same time. So this tragedy shouldn't be happening to anybody, including yourself and myself and others. And so that's basically the message. So in a way, love, never again to anyone, anybody. And so the hibakusha, so-called the survivors become kind of aged now. So we try to bring that message more and more. And so I think it's a universal message for this particular one.
So if we were to go to the service, what would we expect to see and hear?
Just come and experience whatever you have. Simply, because sometimes, if you expect something, you only get what I expected. So,
you have to be there. Is that a Dharma principle? Not knowing what happens beforehand? No spoilers?
No expectation.
Okay, no expectation. Do not be attached to expectation.
Yeah, you can talk from your
Yes, I understand, yes. I'm going to preach today, but don't be attached to the expectation of quality. Yes, I understand.
But if you expect it, that's your fault. But
yes. But can we at least say that there will be guests, interfaith guests,
we have
that will be there from various traditions,
right,
such as